Check 1, 2. All right. Hey everyone, welcome to the Rolling Stone Nashville Now podcast. I'm Joseph Hudak, deputy editor at Rolling Stone, and your host here of the Nashville Now podcast in the cabin. Listen, this is way different than anything we've done before. And we're doing it all in the name of artist discovery and championing artists, which is really the reason I got into this business. Recently, director Steve and Josh and I were at a showcase here in town at the East Room here in East Nashville, and we stumbled across an artist named Crystal Rose. She was jaw-dropping. The performance was a stunner, unlike anything I've ever seen before. So much so, in fact, that as soon as she was finished, the three of us ran up to her and breathlessly said, "Hey, would you come join us in the Nashville Now cabin and just talk to us about getting into music and the type of music you make and what led you to Nashville?" To be clear, this isn't country music. She is doing, I guess, R&B and soul and some neo-folk. She reminded me of Sade a little bit. It was a really, really captivating performance. So she trusted us and she joined us here in the Nashville Now cabin for a quick conversation and a performance. And we're going to bring those both to you today here in this very special indie scene episode of Nashville Now, spotlighting music cities, cool indie scene in all genres, you know, country, Americana, roots, R&B, rock and roll. There's going to be more to come. So without further ado, please welcome Crystal Rose to Nashville Now. Up next, our interview with Crystal Rose. Hey everybody, welcome to Rolling Stone's Nashville Now, our podcast on all things country music and Nashville, everything in between. I'm Joseph Hudak, senior music editor, your host, and we are here in the Nashville Now cabin with a very exciting guest. I'm going to tell you a little story first, though. Back in 2014, I walked into the original basement on 8th Avenue South, the OG basement, to see a friend of mine play drums for someone, and the artist opening up that evening was Margo Price. And I remember being struck by how so much stardom was there in Margo. And we ended up writing about it. And man, we had her as our first guest on the Nashville Now podcast. One of our very first. She
kicked the series off, man.
She kicked the series off, yeah. And so I bring that story up to say, when I walked into the East Room with director Steve and our crew a few weeks ago here in East Nashville, I had that same feeling. I saw an artist named Crystal Rose, and she just blew me away. So much so, in fact, that the gentleman next to me, who is a friend of mine as well, was weeping during the show. This is true. I'm smiling. I'm not laughing at him. I'm enthused by the power of music and by this person sitting across from me. Crystal Rose, hi. Welcome. Did I embarrass you?
No pressure, Crystal.
No pressure.
Wow, thank you so much.
But it is true. And the thing that we were talking earlier, you and I, the most fun part of this entire job and career and the Rolling Stone name is being able to discover, find, be turned on to new music and new artists and new creatives, and in some way, in whichever small way we can, give them a boost, to put them on someone's radar that may help change their life or at least get their music out into the world. And so we are so grateful that you're here and that you didn't think we were crazy when we all approached you that night and said, wow, you got to come do this podcast with us.
Yeah, I'm really grateful to be here. Thank you for having me.
You're so welcome. Let's just start from the beginning, because this is just an unknown, right? Yeah. So I'm learning all about you in real time as well. And I love that. So you moved to Nashville in what year and from where?
2021. I'm from Kansas City, but I moved directly from Hot Springs, Arkansas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what brought you here?
I just, woke up one day and was like, I want to move to Nashville. And I felt like I outgrown Kansas City in some ways.
Mm-hmm.
I needed some more challenges. Also, all I knew about Nashville was the show Nashville.
Did you watch it?
I did.
Yeah.
I love that show so much. And I don't know, it just made me want to come. I wanted to write with people and just like grow.
Yeah. How did you start playing? And these are very basic questions, so forgive me, but this is the route we're going to go.
Yeah.
How did you start playing music? Did you grow up singing in the church? I know we talked about some things earlier.
Yeah, I did grow up singing in the church.
Mm-hmm.
Used to sing along with the radio when I was a little girl. And when I was in like elementary, I was a part of the Boys and Girls Club in my neighborhood. Honestly, everywhere I lived, I was a part of the Boys and Girls Club.
Mm-hmm.
And they told me that a local university was looking for someone to sing the national anthem. And I had like a big sister who told me I should audition. And so I did, and they picked me. And I just remember like being in the stadium at like, I don't know, 12 or something like that, singing a national anthem and like hearing, you know, the reverb and my voice just carrying, and how like magical and like empowering that felt. That was definitely the moment I knew like, oh, I'm going to do this for real.
Yeah. Just recently, you sang the national anthem again
Yeah.
here before the Nashville SC soccer club game at Geodis Park. What was that experience like, and how'd they find you?
The experience was great. It was so cold.
Yeah, it was a cold night.
It was freezing. But I had a really good time, and their team was really kind, and they took really good care of us. Someone just reached out to me and asked if I could send them a video of me singing a national anthem, and I just dug to find a video of me singing because I wasn't gonna like whip out the national anthem in that moment.
Right. Direct to video, right? Direct to camera.
Yeah.
Rendition.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
So, and they were like, yeah, it's a yes.
Yeah. What did you listen to growing up?
Well, for a long time, I was only allowed to listen to Christian music.
Mm-hmm.
So like CCM, gospel.
Mm-hmm.
I remember just absolutely loving, you know, the pop divas like Christina Aguilera. I loved Whitney Houston. Like anyone who could just bring it like that, really big vocals, I loved. And I remember having like a fondness for Kirk Franklin and his album, The Storm, which is such like a sad, kind of gloomy album, but it's gospel. And I just loved how he was never afraid to talk about the hard times. Where I think like in religion, you can kind of get this like hyper, what do you call it? It's like the joy is just it's a little toxic. It's a little too much. Like it's okay to like be in the depth of everything that you're feeling. And so, yeah, I really loved Kirk Franklin. And then as I got older, I had a crush on this guy, and I gave him my iPod to put music on it. And he put Johnny Lang on there.
Oh, really?
Only a Man.
Yeah.
And I just like fell in love with that song so much. And I think that song really like shifted the trajectory of like my love for music and like this different styles. Like from there, I just really loved the sound of live music. Like,
Yeah.
I never would listen to the record version again, like after that, because he just delivered it just so
Something
raw.
about that energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Well, when we saw you that night at the East Room, we were there prior to that to see Lombardi played Pryor, they are a loud rock and roll band from Nashville.
Yeah.
And so the room was very loud and a lot of energy and chaos. And then everyone's talking at the bar and everyone's speaking. And all of a sudden we just hear like this refrain, someone singing this chorus, or I'm going to let you describe it, but it was you. And you just have to walk me through it because you had some fellow singers in the crowd,
Yeah.
and they were kind of like echoing you, but it was very soft. And all of a sudden you watched everyone in the club slowly start to realize, oh, something magical is happening. How did you arrange? Obviously, you arranged that. How did that all come to be?
Yeah.
And what song was that? So I don't.
The song is called "Call See Call,"
Mhm.
and that song kind of like came as a download, and then the melodies did, and then I sat down and wrote it with a roommate of mine at the time, and I just really wanted to try something new. Something that was a little scary, and that was really scary to me. And I just like put a post out on Instagram. I'm like, hey, I'm putting a little choir together. Like, are there any girls that want to like join? And people reached out and said they were down. And then the ice storm happened. So like we had to push, so many things back, we got together like the week of and just kind of learned it with like half of the girls that actually performed it.
Yeah.
And yeah, we just did it. So when I wrote the song, I actually wrote it with like a live performance in mind. That's how it came about. And so I decided to start out the whole set with that song. And I think part of me wanting to start the set with that song was like to not have like this build up to of like the new crazy scary thing, just like get it out of the way. So yeah, I just stood on stage and was singing, and the girls like came out from the crowd and joined me, and I dropped down I'm
getting chills again
on the floor.
Yeah, it was super cool, man. It was such a moment,
Thank you.
And like Joe said, coming out of the Lombardi's loud ass rock.
Yeah.
Thing, which was fun, it was a good time. I mean, the good part is that everybody was in good spirits, and I think just feeling music that night. So then you come out with that, and it was really cool. It was such a moment.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was. There was another moment too I want to ask you about. You sang directly to someone in the crowd. Did you know them?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
And I don't want to embarrass you, but it was just it felt like we were all watching something so intimate that it was.
I've never done anything like that.
It was very special.
It did feel very intimate. That's my friend, Alex, who I think is gorgeous. And I was like, let me just sing to Alex.
But we all kind of gathered around and felt that, you know, and felt that energy.
Yeah. And she didn't know I was going to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. I was watching her face as well.
But the whole show in general, just everything from your band, but also just there's just a confidence there. There was joy that you were radiating, but you were in complete control, and it felt like an arena ready show.
Yeah.
Like it just felt like you could go to Bridgestone next week with that and have everybody. And to have that in the East Room, that's what blew my mind.
Right.
Wow.
I was like, damn, like you're the package. It's ready. Like just drop her off at the Bridgestone. Let's put tickets up. Let's do this thing. It was exciting.
Yeah.
So
well, you said that you hadn't performed in a while up to that performance, right? Why was that? What was the break in the action there?
I just felt like I really needed to take a break. I needed to like take care of myself and my body and my mental health. And we were talking about, sobriety earlier.
Yeah.
I stopped drinking for a long time. And also I recorded a live album last September, and that just like took so much out of me to prepare and coordinate all the people. I built out set pieces, like I was just really doing a lot, and I didn't want to like scatter all of my energy.
What's the name of the live album, and where did you record it?
I recorded the album at True Romance, which is a studio in East Nashville.
Okay.
And the album's called Long Live.
Long Live.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we had like an intimate audience. We sold some tickets, and just kind of let them watch it happen.
Yeah.
Well, the wild thing here is, I mean, you really did. You blew our minds that we needed to come and talk to you and be like, please come to the show, our show. You said that you tried out for The Voice.
Oh yeah, I did. And like season 16, 20. 18, 19 or something like that.
But you didn't get a turnaround.
I didn't, no.
Like what? That's why this business is such bullshit.
That's right.
It's
Yeah.
like, what do you mean no chairs turned around?
You know, it's show business.
Sure.
And there
Yes,
are
it
producers
is. Yes,
and
it
there are scripts and plot lines and it's casting and
Storylines,
yeah.
storyline. Yeah. And I'm really grateful for the experience because I had like a crash course of like learning some really tough things in front of everybody. And I was coming that when we filmed for that season, a lot of crazy things were happening with my church, which is what I was telling you about earlier.
Hillsong.
Yeah, Hillsong. And so I went from that to going to LA immediately to shoot for The Voice. And I think I was just like completely, I was dysregulated. And I was like, I was without my support system. And I think that like, I'm not sure if I really rose to the occasion.
Okay.
Truly. But I do think anyone who sees me perform, even at my worst, you know that like, she's got it.
Yeah.
Like, I know that for sure.
I love to hear that. Yeah.
So, but I walked away with that, like, with this like new confidence of like what I could be. And like, it made me want to like self-actualize as an artist. I remember getting like lessons after that, like confidence lessons, like how to move, you know, like to my songs. And so I'd have someone choreograph dances to my music after that. And it really made me learn how to like trust my gut because you're on the set of the show for like a month and all these people are telling you, you need to do this, you need to do that. And like, but there's something inside of you like doesn't want to do it, but you feel like if you don't do it, then like you're going to get the boot, which like technically, yeah, they do give you the boot and they can.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But that's cool to hear that you took that hit and came back and redeveloped
Yeah.
and worked on yourself.
Yeah.
Opposed to just stepping away.
Yeah.
Some people can't take that hit.
Right.
You know, I always like George Clooney says what you learn nothing when you get the okay. It's the failure. Right?
That's right.
It's the
Yes.
no.
Yeah.
right.
It's the no. That's where you
right.
learn.
Yeah.
And if you really love it, and if it's really in
Yeah.
here, you keep going forward and really better yourself from
Yeah.
the no, from the failure. So that's cool to hear.
Yeah.
And even like right after that, I submitted to the Tiny Desk contest and got top shelf out of like all the submissions with a song that I was so scared to perform when I lived in Kansas City. But like being on the show just like really helped me, like just helped me like trust myself.
Yeah.
And like
the
I picked the
confidence.
song
Sure.
and like, yeah, it was good.
How would you describe how would you describe your band and the music that we saw that night? Like, and how has that differed perhaps from what you were doing back in Kansas City?
Oh my gosh, it's so different.
Yeah. How so?
Yeah. In Kansas City, I was making like kind of like indie folky music. I felt like I had to keep it like so pure. And also I was running from being pigeonholed as an R&B soul singer because everyone just assumes you're Black, you make neo soul.
Yeah.
And so I was trying to do anything but that. Also trying to run a little bit from like my upbringing in church too. But I think like my music now, it's a little more fluid. Like I love having some like rock aspects. Like I want to lean into that more actually. And I also love like having some hip hop like elements as well, especially on the drums. And I love like darker tones. I love really warm purple, blue sounds, things that are a little cloudy, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, there definitely was some hip hop elements. I picked up some, well, to my ears anyway, like Sade.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if that's anything in your brain when you're up there performing, but those are the things because it was just so smooth and the background singers and it just all kind of came into this moment
Yeah.
that, like I said, made the man next to me start crying. So
Yes. One person crying.
Yeah, you brought him down. It
Yeah.
was real. It was great.
Truly. So that you said you hadn't played in a while up until then. What's the future look like now? Like what is your Are you booking shows? Are you going to be playing around Nashville a lot more? Are you going on the road?
You know,
Studio?
I was actually gonna like put my project down for a little bit this year, but as soon as I stepped in, I felt like things were picking up. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna roll.
What were you
with
going to
it.
do instead?
I was gonna focus on casting for a show, which is happening in a few months, and I was just like really gonna focus on that. But I think I'm gonna keep doing my music thing, and also, I started like a new project as well, making like trip hop with a friend, and it's been really, really cool. So I'm working on that. That's really stretching me. We are working on putting the album out. Like I'm this close to like paying it off.
Yeah.
This close to paying it off, and then working on the rollout for the album.
Could you give like people who may not know like how the things that you have to face as an independent artist, like you just kind of said the big one, you have to pay off your album.
Yeah.
Right? No one's coming to you with money, right? And saying like, hey, go into the studio for 5 days at if you're lucky and cut a record.
Yeah.
Like this is DIY. Right?
It is DIY. Yeah, for sure. I don't know. You, as an independent artist, like you are the financer and
executive producer,
producer,
all the things,
wardrobe,
band leader,
set design, band leader. Like you're doing everything, and it is a lot. But I'm really grateful for all the things I learned throughout the process. So when I do have a team, like I know that I have experience. I know what to expect. Like I know what to ask for. Yeah, it's tough, but I think it's doable. But I think we should be careful to like not burn ourselves out too. So taking a break last year was like necessary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you were on stage at this show, and I'm sorry for keep talking about just this one
show.
No, but it was
that show really did feel like
that's what I wanted to ask you.
For me.
When you were on stage, did you feel anything like this is hitting? Like it felt like it?
It did, yes. Yeah. And even like especially sonically for me, it felt like another step in the direction of like where I've been trying to go. So it felt really good.
Yeah.
Did it make you feel like you came to Nashville, right? Country town, country music town. You like the show, but you're not country music. Did you ever feel like when you were coming here, why am I coming to Nashville? Am I doing the right thing? You obviously, you know about the songwriting community, and that is exciting here, and that's great. But did you discover East Nashville when you moved here? Because there is a different thing here.
Totally.
And that show was in East Nashville.
Yeah.
It's different on this side of the river.
Oh, it was such a joy being in there because it's like, yeah, this is what East Side's about.
Yeah. You know, before I moved here, I did my homework.
Okay.
I don't know why, but I did. I was like,
you have to.
I like dug to find where do I need to live when I moved to Nashville, and found the places that I need to check out. And East Nashville was a spot. Yes, all I knew about Nashville was country music, but I still had this like knowing that I was supposed to be here, and everything that I wanted, if I didn't see it, I knew that I would build it. And I have, like, I moved here and I think I hit the ground running. I didn't wait for anyone to come find me. My first show in Nashville was at the East Room, actually, in December of 2021. So it was really cool to like come back and play that venue again.
Yeah.
And, you know, like we were talking about earlier about genre, moving here, even in Nashville, I felt like as an artist, like I could be labeled just as like a soul singer. I think the soul is like, it's just, that's the starting point. The soul is there. But I like to dabble in different sounds and stuff like that. So I started this festival called Touched by Sunfest. And really just like, I did it to showcase like the range of Black female artists. And
Here in Nashville?
Yes,
Okay.
yeah. The first one we did was at Lehman Drug Company in Wedgwood, and like completely self-funded. Like me and my homegirl just like put it down. We got sponsors, we got people to like, you know, provide liquor, food, like all these things. And then the second year we got the Metro Arts Thrive grant, and we have the grant again for this year. So that's the thing that I'm also like really focused on right now. So it's Touched by Sunfest.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something in your note too I didn't know, but you sent it. I'm glad that you did. Is you did a TED Talk?
Oh yeah, I did.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What was the subject of your TED Talk?
The title is How My Anger Kept Me from Despair.
Wow.
Yeah. It was really about me and my life and my upbringing, and how all of the struggles and like tough things I went through gave me this fire, and it made me angry. But instead of just like holding on to the anger and like self-destructing and destructing everything around me, I used it to learn like what I actually care about. Like my anger taught me what I care about, and that's what it's about.
Wow. That's deep.
That's pretty great.
Yeah, no, it is. You
I
know,
had
to take that passion, that energy that could sometimes be negative, and turn it into a positive is.
Yeah, and it's great to hear for a Philly person. I mean, we're just bathed in anger.
Just mad all the time.
Yeah, mad all the time. So
Always
I'll try to
angry.
turn it into positivity instead of pushing it away. But
Yeah.
I was going to ask about artists. Joe brought up Sade, but do you like listen to Sting at all?
I have.
Because
yeah.
there's like a smoothness about like his drums. I mean, like the solos thing. I mean, I love the Police, but and I've seen him a bunch. Like I love that guy. But just some of your band, you know, the drums and he's got some of that.
Yeah.
That sway that just was alive in your music.
Oh, sick.
How
Thank
did you? Yeah, speaking of the band again, how long did you rehearse?
So
Because you hadn't played for a while, so that was that a new band? Or
That
have you played?
was I played with most of the musicians at some point, except the drummer I hadn't played with maybe since like 2022.
Okay, yeah, it's a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Trent, my guitar player, I've been with him for like a couple years now, 3 years or something. And I had 2 new backup singers. One of them has been with me for a minute.
Cool.
The bass player, he played with me early on, and he
Is that Eric?
Eric, yeah, Mendez.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I used to have a keys player all the time, but like removing the keys, I think that made a big difference.
Really?
For me, yeah.
Like open it up more?
It did, yeah.
Yeah.
It was something, it was grittier. And I think sometimes maybe the keys made it a little too pretty, and I don't like anything too pretty. So.
That's good. That's a good tagline.
Yeah, that might be your
Nothing too
headline
pretty. Yeah,
for
right.
the social clip. That was wonderful.
Listen, I just want to thank you for being here. Thanks for trusting us, and so thank you, and really, really want to see you do a show again. So hopefully that'll be not too long.
Yeah, hopefully.
I told Crystal that back in Philly, I used to play at an open mic, and this guy Ryan came up and had this like just this whole thing that your mind was blown, and nobody wanted to go up after he would sing at the open mic. And then about a year later, he became Amos Lee, and it was that feeling. It's that feeling that this guy just has it. Like we all knew it. You know, we were just guys trying to be little songwriters and do stuff, and this dude just was like there, and now he's Amos Lee.
Amos Lee, sure.
And it's the same thing. And kid you not, we're not blowing smoke. It was the minute you started playing was like just that feeling, that thing. It's like she's got it.
We were all there.
So thank you for being here to.
But here's what's cool though. You believe it too, because you said just a few minutes ago that when you were on The Voice, you're like, I know I got this.
Yeah.
Right? So,
I do.
I love it.
It's
That's
great.
man.
It's a good thing. People need to feel like that.
They absolutely
it's important.
do. They absolutely do.
Joe Hudak feels it.
I feel it most days. Crystal Rose, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Rolling Stone's Nashville Now was hosted and produced by Joseph Hudak, directed and produced by director Steve John, produced by Alexander Dale. This podcast is produced by the 1010 Creative, who are editor Steve John, technical producer Jay Lockhart, cinematographer Derek Oxford, line producer Pat O'Connor, visual effects by Garrett Delosier, and co-producer Danny John. Our Nashville Now theme music, written and performed by Adam Ditch Kurtz.